What's up, guys? We're the Bus Life Pirates. I'm Kenzie, this is Chase, that's Nico, and we live full-time in our short bus.
It is a E450 5-window short bus with a V10 Triton motor, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the exterior.
And then I'm going to take you guys inside.
Alright, so on the outside of the bus, we went with a Raptor liner just to make it really durable and super scratch resistant. We have a 25-gallon gray water tank which is mounted underneath the bus, and a 40-gallon clean water that's mounted inside the bus just to regulate temperatures, make sure it doesn't freeze. As well, we have our water fill placed on the outside of the bus here, so that way we don't have to worry about towing a hose inside the bus. Makes it really super convenient. Moving around to the back of the bus, I'll show you. Back here we have our tow hitch, which of course we had to do the skull and crossbones because pirates, you know, just fitting. As well, we have our entrance to the back of our garage, as well as our Instagram moment when we want to lay on the bed. So garage access here, and then we built in a lock and cotter pin system, which has been really excellent so that we can actually lock the back doors, because buses don't actually come where the back door locks. It's a safety feature so that kids can use it as an emergency exit. So coming back around, a couple of other unique features, I guess, that we added is we have the perforated vinyl here on the windows, which allows us to have privacy inside. So all of our blinds are down right now, but you can't see in, which is just really nice for us because we like to have the windows open, but we don't always like to feel like we're in a fishbowl. We also switched our tires out for all-terrain tires, just to give us a little bit more traction. We're not four-wheel drive, so having something that just creates a little bit of extra is always good. Just a couple other exterior items. We do have a 16-foot roof deck. It's 16 feet by 8 feet and really big space for us to hang out up there. I want it to be really streamlined, so the max air fan is inset into the deck, as well as we use the Renogy flex panels, so they sit really low and tight to the actual deck itself. Other notables up there, we do have the classic WiBoost, because when we're out in remote areas we like to be able to have cell service and get a hold of family and friends. No pirate bus would be complete without our Jolly Roger flying. If you can name which captain flew this Jolly Roger, we will send you some free stickers. So if you know, put it in the comments below.
All right, so the driving cab is all pretty much original. We have some future plans where we're gonna do some remodeling, but for now, it pretty much just looks how it originally did. Let's go ahead and head into the back of the bus. We have all of our switches for our lights on dimmers, and those are controlled by the master switch over here. Also our water pump, our fridge, everything is kind of in this little hub right here, so this is like the control hub. Behind the driver's seat we have our closet / bathroom. We built this in the dimensions of a shower pan in case we wanted to add it later. After living in here for a year, we really haven't found a need for it. We're Planet Fitness members, and we kind of utilize our friends and family, but we have a his and her closet. We share the drawers in the middle, and then on the bottom of our bathroom closet is the bathroom segment. So we have all of our showering needs, Chase's beard drawer, some loofahs, and then our Natureshead composting toilet, which we absolutely love. It's definitely an investment, but I think it's worth it, especially if you're living life on the road, and it's so nice not to have the hassle of a black water tank on board. All right, so continuing into the living space, my favorite part of our build is my 9-foot kitchen. This was really important to me when Chase was building the bus, because I love to cook and I love being in the kitchen. So we sourced our cabinets from IKEA, and they're just on a slow close, and then we latch them with these little S hooks to make sure they don't come open while we're driving. And then moving along, this is my CampChef oven. I really wanted an oven in the bus. I love baking cookies, and I also love roasting vegetables, so it was really important to be able to make space for this puppy. And then directly underneath our CampChef oven is my very deep dry storage. This is all organized by bins, so it keeps everything nice and tidy and accessible, and it is really deep. It goes all the way back, so I'm able to house a lot of food in there. Just behind my oven is actually where I keep all of the fresh produce and baked goods. This kind of acts as a heat shield from the 2-burner, so nothing really gets spoiled up here or is affected by the heat of the oven. And then just some random little shelving we have here, so kind of our coffee shelf, our Nespresso. This was a wedding present, and yes, it's bougie, but it's wonderful. And then I've got some spices here, and then just some odds and ends right here. The next part of our kitchen, well, I guess the whole part of our kitchen, Chase did a really wonderful job on these beautiful countertops. They're acacia that are sealed with water locks, and he built me an inset on top of the sink so I would have some extra prep space. So underneath this is an inset cutting board into a very deep sink. So it's about 18 inches deep. It's 17 by 17, and we can fit a lot of dishes in here, and I have even done laundry in here when we were in Baja. All right, moving down this beautiful countertop that I have, just some extra prep space. And underneath that is our fridge. We typically keep this locked because it's very heavy. It is on heavy duty slides, but if this were to come out, it could cause a major accident, and we don't want that. So I unlock it, it just slides out, and we have our fridge compartment. And we also have a freezer compartment. This is the IceCo 60 liter, and I will say getting used to an ice or a chest style fridge has been really difficult. We've lived in here a year, and I'm still not quite used to it, but maybe we'll switch it out one day. All right, and then one of my favorite parts in my kitchen is our open concept mason jars. We often call this the sushi bar because it's filled with goldfish. We're basically 6 years old. So we've got our goldfish and some easy access snacks, and then on top of this open shelf is just some of my most cherished tchotchkes. You can't really collect things in this lifestyle, so each of these represent like a memory to me, and I try not to collect too many things, but I do love my little shelf right here. You may have noticed at the front of the bus we have one, but I have what I call my sacred box, and we have our like key box and wallet box. This just kind of helps consolidate all those things that usually end up on your counter, and it's really nice to have these. I definitely am a really big fan of stashy boxes and hidey holes. Talking about built-in storage, we're going to move into the bedroom segment. So we went with an RV short queen. It saved us a couple of inches on the end just so we could have some built-in storage. So the acacia continues from the kitchen, and this guy actually lifts up, and we have 2 cubbies there. We mostly put bulky items in here, winter jackets, extra blankies, and things like that, and just underneath that storage is our 40-gallon freshwater tank. Opposite of our footboard is our headboard. The headboard is also a built-in storage cubby. So we have a his and hers kind of cubby. Chase keeps some of his personal items in there. I do as well, stationery, journals, electronics, and it is really nice to kind of have your own little personal designated stash hole. And then our final hidey hole in our bedroom is basically our charging station or our laundry hamper. So this guy just flips up, and we've got our laundry bag, some extra electronics, the drone, lenses, and Chase's controller. We recently got Starlink, and I will say it's been a game changer. He's been gaming, and we can upload videos, and the download speed is crazy, so that's a really fun new addition to the bus. Wrapping up our bedroom, our back wall is all original, just like the front, so it's metal and everything is on magnets. I really enjoy sitting and kind of rearranging our pictures and reliving some of those memories and moments that you make on the road, so I really like that the back wall is still magnetic. We're a big fan of magnets and a really big fan of silicone sticky pads. None of the things that you've seen, even my open tchotchke shelf, move because of those silicone pads. Lastly, in the bedroom, we have our biggest storage spot. The bed actually lifts up. So the bed lifts up, and we keep some extra deep storage for our dry pantry down there, as well as some equipment for camping and adventure stuff like that. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the dinette portion. This is on a Lagun mount, so it's able to wiggle around a bit. And this space actually drops down into a couch for when we have friends over, watching movies, that kind of thing. But mostly we honestly just use this as a workspace. We set up our laptops, the Starlink router is right here, and we get to work basically. So directly underneath me, we have our toolbox, which has really come in handy on the road. It's built into or built above our wheel well, so we're able to just fit kind of drills, any tools, zip ties, you never know what you're gonna need. And then opposite in that dinette bench seat is our battery bank and our Esperbach heater. So our battery bank is 465 amp hours of AGM batteries, and then our Esperbach heater is built into a box just underneath that with heat shields so it doesn't damage our batteries. And the Esperbach works the same way that a house one does. You kind of just set your thermostat and then it keeps it the same temperature. It's really nice because we live in Colorado and it's gotten cold, very cold a few nights, so it's definitely something that was an investment, and I'm so happy we did it. All right, so that is our dinette / workspace. And then I know we mentioned our one-way perforated vinyl on the outside, but as you can tell, it doesn't really affect our view inside the bus. And it's really nice that people can't see. I could be right up against here and no one would know I'm staring at them, which is kind of fun. So as you can tell, beautiful view, and it's still there. It is really nice that all of our curtains are on magnets, so when we want to have total privacy, Chase and I just pull the curtains up, put them, and then they magnet together. Magnets and silicone, our best friends. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us for our tour. Please like, subscribe if you're not already, or share if you care. It really helps us out, and we will be releasing a Q&A next week. So if you want to get to know the pirates a little bit better, feel free to drop some questions down below and we'll answer them next week.
Yeah, and if you want to see some of the adventures we've been on, feel free to check out our Baja playlist. But thanks again for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the tour.
Pirates out!